Today we'll be showing you the best 12 games you can play on Linux. Hey guys, it's Joel here with Make Tech Easier. There have been many false dawns for Linux gaming, but in recent years things have been improving unabated. The launch of the Proton compatibility layer meant that thousands of DirectX only games can now be translated to Vulkan and therefore work on Linux, while new Linux compatible games continue to be released as well. If you want to play Windows only games on Linux, see our guide on how to set up Proton and Steam Play. If however you want to check out all the best Linux games in 2020, keep watching. Number 1, a short hike. Some games are just designed to make you feel good. And while we've got plenty of deep and challenging titles on this list, we thought it'd be nice to start things off with this indie gem. A short hike sees you wandering, flying and base jumping around a beautiful national park as an anthropomorphic hawk. You explore the park at your own pace, traverse mountains, chat to other hikers and generally have a wonderful time bouncing around the bright and cheery landscape. It's extremely relaxing while having some breathtaking moments as you can freely soar around the park on your birdie wings. At a time when many of us want to escape into something that helps us relax and forget about the woes of reality, a short hike is the perfect getaway. Number 2 is Crusader Kings 3. It's rare that a hotly anticipated new game runs on Linux straight out of the digital box, but medieval dynasty simulator Crusader Kings 3 does just that. Maybe it's because it's a game lacking in graphical complexity as you hover over a map in the medieval world and look at moody kings and queens while plotting your next move in your rise to power. The game puts you in control of a noble or royal bloodline, arranging marriages, assassinating rivals, and marching armies as you attempt to expand your family's influence and keeping your bloodline going. It's the best dynamic story generator around. Number 3 is Total War Warhammer 2. When people dream up which video game franchise would match up well with movies, board games and other IPs, the combo of Total War with Warhammer would surely rank high on many lists. A few years ago, this dream was realized and the Total War Warhammer bandwagon has plowed on unopposed ever since. Total War Warhammer 2 stacks on top of the original game if you own it, letting you combine all the factions from both games into one super campaign. Each campaign feels completely unique to play, and watching 1,000-strong armies of Skaven, Undead, Lizardmen, Chaos and the other grimdark factions go at it is a sight to behold. Several other Total War games like Three Kingdoms and Attila are also available on Linux. Number 4 is Desperados 3. Another new release that supported Linux from the get-go, Desperados 3 is a relentlessly old-school, real-time tactics game in the vein of Commandos, or of course the older Desperados games. It's tough, tactical, and will have your finger permanently hovering over the quick save button as you try to execute your plans to perfection. But Desperados 3, made by the devs behind excellent Shadow Tactics, modernizes the formula too. Showdown mode lets you pause and slow the game down to line up moves by your ragtag crew of vagabonds, and you can even play with a gamepad should you want to kick back on your couch. It's still a tough old game at heart, but made more palatable for modern gamers. And number 5 is Dying Light Enhanced Edition. Probably the best zombie game that no one's really talking about, but millions of people are playing. Dying Light has been around for a few years, but it's still top of the pile thanks to its frantic zombie hordes and excellent parkour mechanics. The Enhanced Edition bundles together a few years worth of DLC, including the excellent expansion The Following. Dying Light chucks you into an open world city destroyed by zombie pandemic, as you try to help out the enclaves of humanity that still live there. You refine your character with skills, leap between rooftops, and chop up zombies with crafted weapons. It doubles as one of the best co-op experiences out there too, as up to 3 friends can dash around the city with you, complete with new challenges and competitive modes like races. And number 6 is Sid Meier's Civilization 6. There's a debate around which Civilization game is truly the best, and the previous entry, Civilization 5, is also available on Linux. But when it comes to accessibility and easing players into this epic strategy, the latest version is a good place to start. Civilization 6 has the same Stone Age to Space Age turn-based formula as its predecessors, but adds neat new ideas like destacked cities, combined arms units, and in the DLC, climate change, Golden Ages and Dark Ages. Some say it lacks the depth of previous entries, but now that all the major expansion packs are out, it's a worthy addition to Sid Meier's legendary series. Number 7 is Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire. One of the titles that best represents the CRPG revival of recent years, makes your typical Bethesda RPG look like rubbish. The latest entry in the majestic Pillars of Eternity series has a more buccaneering slant as you sail with a crew around islands filled with adventures and peril. Adding naval combat to the mix, Deadfire continues with the rich storytelling and excellent writing of its predecessor, while building on those beautiful graphics and hand-painted backgrounds of the original game. This is a deep and unquestionably hardcore RPG that may cause some to bounce off it, but those who take to it will be absorbed in its world for months. Number 8, Slay the Spire. Still in early access, but already one of the best games of the year, Slay the Spire is a deck building card game that's embellished by a vibrant visual style and roguelike mechanics that'll leave you coming back for more after each infuriating but probably deserved death. With endless card combinations and a different layout each time you play, Slay the Spire feels like a realization of all the best systems that have been rocking the indie scene in recent years. Card games and a permadeath adventure rolled into one, and we repeat that it's still in early access, so it's only going to get better. Number 9 is Dead Cells. This one deserves highlighting as the combat platformer of the year. With its roguelite structure, Dead Cells throws you into a dark yet gorgeously coloured world where you slash and dodge your way through procedurally generated levels. It's a bit like a 2D Dark Souls if Dark Souls were saturated in vibrant neon colours. Dead Cells can be merciless, but its precise and responsive controls ensure that you only ever have yourself to blame for failure. And its upgrade systems that carries over between runs ensures that you always have some sense of progress. Dead Cells is a zenith of the pixel game graphics, animations and mechanics, and a timely reminder of just how much can be achieved without the excesses of 3D graphics. Number 10, Team Fortress 2. Everyone thought Valve was crazy to turn Team Fortress from a Half-Life style realistic-ish online shooter to a bold and bouncy online shooter in 2007, but it worked, and incredibly well too. The breadth and butter of Team Fortress 2 are classic team-based modes like Capture the Flag, Control Points, and the excellent Payload, where one team needs to escort a cart across a level. Sound familiar, you Overwatch fans? You pick one of several distinct classes, specializing in either offense, defense, or support, and dive into one of its many meticulously designed vibrant maps. It's one of the best influential online shooters of all time, and it's completely free these days unless you fancy splashing out on skins and other sillies. Now we're nearly at the end. Number 11 is Dota 2. Another absolute value game. Dota 2 is a free-to-play MOBA phenomenon, rubbing shoulders with League of Legends as the most popular game of its kind. And fun fact, the original Dota is in fact a mod for the RTS classic Warcraft 3, in case you didn't know that. What makes Dota 2 special then? Well, it's actually a little deeper than League of Legends in some ways, though I am sure LoL fans will disagree. You can pick from one of over 100 heroes to take into battle, fighting alongside your team and your army of minions to push those lanes and destroy other teams' bases. Units range from healing support types to charging head-down attackers. Whatever your playstyle, there will be one in there to suit you. Dota 2 has a few interesting features as well, such as the option to eat up your own minions in exchange for gold and numerous ways of kitting out and upgrading your character. Be warned though, Dota 2 isn't for the faint-hearted. And the last one on our list today, number 12, open source games. As an open source platform itself, it's only right that Linux is home to plenty of great free open source games as well. There's Brutal Doom, for example, a beefed up version of DZoom, the open source port of Doom, Doom 2, Final Doom and Master Levels. It features extra animations, gore and weapons, as well as redesigned maps, modernized controls and UIs. OpenRA lets you play Westward strategy games like Red Alert, Tiberian Dawn and Dune 2000 online in high resolutions. There's Zero AD, the seemingly endless project to make an Age of Empires strategy game, not to mention the brilliant Dark mod, which is a Thief-style game in the Doom 3 engine with 100 player-created levels. Other than these free Linux games, you can also install DOSBox to play old DOS games on Linux. Alternatively, you can also play Windows or Android games on Linux as well. Well, that's it from me. As always, if you love tech as much as we do, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn the bell on, and you'll be notified by our latest and greatest tech savvy videos. See you next time.